Hello lovely humans, welcome back to my channel. It's Maddie here, and today we have a Hatha Vinyasa style yoga class to work our way towards the splits. Now I will teach in layers, and you do not have to take every layer that I teach. Take the layer that suits your body best and honor wherever you are. Know that in yoga asana, or the physical practice, it is not about how deeply you get into a pose, but how deeply you feel that pose. So as long as you put in your best physical effort to work your way into your version of the shape, that is what counts. It took me about a year or so of practice to get myself into the full splits. It took my teacher 8 years to get into the full splits. I love sharing that as a little bit of inspiration, that this is really just great stretch for your hip flexors, for your hamstrings. So if you're far from the splits, that's totally okay. Just breathe and enjoy the stretch for your hip flexors and your hamstrings, because that's good for your body. Today, you might want to have a yoga block, especially if you could not get into the full splits already. If you don't own a yoga block, you could use either a foam roller or perhaps a big pillow or a rolled up blanket. And you might want to have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you could use your arms. You could also use a scarf though, or a blanket that you could roll up and hook over your foot as a strap if you'd like to. I'll see you guys on the mat, and let's have some fun with our practice today as we open our hips up. Lay down onto your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Supta Baddha Konasana, climb down angle pose. Let your knees hang open wide. Press with the knife edge of your feet. Just scoot your sit bones closer towards your heels. Stretch the top of your crown to lengthen your neck. You can rest your hands on your inner thighs for a little extra weight or support. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. Allow gravity to do the work of stripping your hips as we begin to deepen our breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up your belly. Fill up your chest. See more air into your collarbones. Exhale, melt your shoulders. Melt your chest. Melt your low tummy. Take a full breath in, belly. Chest. Collarbones. Exhale, melt your shoulders. Melt your heart space. Melt your low tummy. Take a full breath in. Feel your rib cage expand from top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Exhale. Feel your rib cage contract. Feel your whole body melt into your mat. Take a full breath in, nice and slow, so there are no rush to get to the top of your breath. Let a complete breath go, a little bit slower, so there's no rush to get to the bottom of your breath. Continue to breathe in and out deeply, effortlessly, as you savor your breath as it rises and falls. As you inhale, feel your belly expand. Feel your heart space expand. As you exhale, melt your heart space. Melt your belly. Allow this strong focus of your breath to bring you out of your head space and into your body. So a couple moments here on your own. Breathe in and out deeply. Throughout today's class, I will teach in layers. You do not have to take every layer. Take the layer that suits your body best. Listen to when your body tells you this is your limit, and honor where you are. Allow yourself to unattach from what your shape looks like, or what my shape looks like, or how you think your shape should be. Bring your conscious awareness into putting your physical effort into getting into your best version of the pose, and you will see the benefits wherever you are. We all come from different backgrounds, histories, ages, activity levels, injuries. So all these differences make us physically different in what our bodies are capable of doing. And I think it'd be rather boring if everyone looked the same. So this uniqueness, it's beautiful. It's what makes you you. So honor wherever you are today. Allow yourself to put in the work. Know that through consistent practice, you can always go deeper. There's never an end point where you fully completed a posture and you can say you've done it. There's always the next step. So allow yourself to fully enjoy the journey. Be with your breath. Because this is truly what our asana practice is about. Activate your Ujjayi pranayama if you have not yet. This breath is done through constriction of your throat. Very much like if you were to fog or steam up a glass or mirror. But done through sealed lips. Let that same exhale go through your nose instead. Keep your throat constricted as you draw a breath in through your nose as well. So we create a soft sound as we breathe in and as we breathe out. Close to a soft sigh, the soft sound of the ocean. The sound of your Ujjayi pranayama or breath calms your nervous system. So it helps both your body and your mind to relax. Help us settle in and sink a little deeper into particularly challenging postures. So remember your Ujjayi breath full and deep throughout your entire practice today. Take a deep Ujjayi breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Inhale, slide your hands down to the outer edges of your thighs. Use your arm strength rather than your leg strength. The exhale, gently bring your legs together. Extend your left leg long. Flex your toes back towards your face. Engage your leg very strongly like you were standing on it. Hug your right knee into your chest. Pull it up outside of your ribcage towards your armpit. Then hug it in tightly towards your core. Breathe deeply here as you stretch your legs apart. Continue to squeeze your thigh in towards your ribcage. Now, based on your leg length and flexibility, maybe you could hook your big toenail with your peace fingers. Or perhaps you'd like to use your strap or pillow. Perhaps you'd like to use your strap or a scarf or something you could use rolled up to hook around the arch of your foot. Your inhale, stamp your foot straight up to the sky, straight up from where your hip socket is. Flex your toes back towards your face. If you have the strap, pull down with the strap to deepen the stretch. And if you have your foot, pull your shoulder blade back down towards the floor. This will deepen the stretch. Continue to keep both legs really strong here. Breathe into the tightness of your hamstrings. Let the flow of your ujjayi breath in and out through your nostrils help you find ease. Place your left hand onto your left hip if it's not there already. Begin to open your right leg towards the right side. Your left hip might want to creep up a little bit. Glue it down the best you can. Glue your shoulder down. You found your limit here. Breathe deeply into your inner thigh. Unclench your jaw. Soften your forehead. Perhaps on each exhale, your lid drops just a hair's width deeper. Next breath in, bring your right leg through center. Swap your foot into your left hand or strap into your left hand. Take your right arm out to a T, palm face downwards. Continue to keep both legs really active here. Flex your toes back towards your face. Breathe into the tightness of the outer side of your leg through your side glutes, your piriformis, your iliotibial or IT band. Breathe here. Your right hip might creep up a little bit, but keep it down the best you can. Inhale, bring your right leg through center. You might want to hook your hands around your heel. If you cannot reach, you can grab behind the back of your calf. If you have a strap, you can release it. Inhale, lift your chin up towards your knee. So continue to flex both toes strongly towards you. Now step with your left toes towards the front wall like you're pressing on the gas pedal. So we stretch your legs apart from each other. And draw your forehead more towards your shin or your knee. And breathe deeply here as you stretch your legs apart. Exhale, gently release your head down. Bend your right knee, hug it into your chest. Hug your left knee into your chest. Gently rock yourself side to side. Extend your right leg long. Flex your toes back towards your face. Engage your right leg like you're standing on it. Hug your left knee up in towards your armpit. Hug it up outside of your ribcage and squeeze it tightly into your ribcage. Breathe deeply here as you continue to keep the tension. We'll find on this side, you're probably similar to the last side, so if you used a strap, I recommend using a strap on this side as well. Or if you could hook your big toe down with your peace fingers, straighten your leg long, you could do that as well. Flex your toes back towards your face with both legs. Keep the legs very active. Left leg comes straight out from your hip socket. Breathe deeply into the tightness here. If you have the strap, you pull into the strap. And if you have your foot hooked with your peace fingers, squeeze your shoulder blade down towards the mat to deepen the stretch to the back side of your thigh and your hamstring. Place your right hand onto your right hip if it's not there already. Begin to open your left leg towards the left side of the classroom. Or your mat. Flex both toes back towards your face. Breathe into the tightness of your inner thigh and your hamstring. Keep your right shoulder and your right hip down. Inhale, bring your left leg through center. Swap your strap or your foot into your right hand. Begin to draw your left leg across to the right. Take your left arm out to a T, palm face downwards. Breathe into the tightness of your side glutes, your piriformis, your iliotibial or IT band. Continue to flex both toes back towards your face, so both legs are very active here. Your left hip might creep up a little bit, that's okay, but try to keep it down the best you can. Keep your left shoulder glued to your mat. Inhale, bring your left leg through center. So you can release the strap if you have it. Grab behind the back of your calf, maybe all the way up to your heel. Inhale, lift your forehead towards your knee. So flex both toes back towards your face. Exhale, press your right toes down like you're pressing onto the gas pedal. Draw your forehead more towards your knee as you stretch and lengthen your legs apart. Breathe here deeply. Exhale, gently release your forehead down. Bend your left knee. Hug your right knee into your chest. Rock forward once. Gain momentum twice. Third time, roll over your ankles. Plant your hands. Step back, downward facing dog. It's probably your first time here today, so feel free to take any organic movements. You can bend one knee, allow your other heel to sink towards the floor. You can repeat on the other side. Doing anything that feels nice or right to you. Listening intuitively to what your body needs today to settle in. Make your way into a more stable downward facing dog. Spread your fingers really wide. Pushing your side ribs down into your hands. Feel that gives you strength here. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine to the sky. And so push your hips up, pull your navel in. Inhale, stretch your hamstrings up towards your sit bones. Exhale, stretch your calf muscles down towards Mother Earth. Hanumanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale. Full exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Bow to yourself. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen your spine. Rest your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor, but a flat back is most important here. Send your heart away from your thighs. Shift your weight into your toes. Pull your navel in. Hold here. Now bend your knees until your thighs touch your rib cage. Keep that as you fold back in. Every time you come to a fold, make sure your ribs touch your thighs. Now from here, shift your weight into your toes. Engage your hips up towards the sky. So you engage your hamstrings more so to the sky. Then shift your weight more so into the toes, but not so much that your heels lift up. You can walk your hands further back and use your arms to pull yourself even deeper into this fold. Breathe. Hello, hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, lengthen your legs, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold, ribs touch your thighs, bow to yourself. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, heart forward, away from your thighs. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bow to yourself. Inhale, long spine, keep your long spine as you reach your arms all the way up to standing, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands. If you got dizzy, close your eyes, it will subside. Exhale, Tadasana. Mountain pose. Let's set up the strong fundamental pose. Spread your yogi toes wide. Grip the mat with your feet. Engage your thigh muscles strongly around your thigh bones. Squeeze your butt towards the floor. Open your chest. Pull your low ribs in. Bring your palms to the front of your mat so your arms are just as active as your feet and legs are. Lift your head up and out of your shoulders. Flow through sun salutation and inhale. Reach up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands. Turn your pinkies in, pull your ribs in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bow to yourself. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine away from you. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Inhale, firm up, plank pose. Exhale, Chaturanga, elbows hug straight back to 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your glutes, open your chest. Exhale, tuck your toes and ribs up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push your hips up to the sky. Inhale, stretch your hamstrings up towards your sit bones. Exhale, stretch your calf muscles down towards Mother Earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, long spine, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, reach all the way to standing Urdhva Hastasana, pinkies and ribs in. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands, pinkies and ribs in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bow to yourself. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch your spine away. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float, plank through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your heart forward, squeeze your glutes, lift your chest and thigh. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push your hips up to the sky. Inhale, stretch your hamstrings up towards your sit bones. Exhale, stretch your calf muscles down towards Mother Earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Exhale, step or float. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, reach all the way to standing Urdhva Hastasana, pinkies and ribs in. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing hands, pinkies and ribs in. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, bow to yourself. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, stretch your spine. Exhale, step or float, plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your thighs and glutes. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, push your hips to the sky. Inhale, stretch your hamstrings up towards your sit bones. Exhale, stretch your calf muscles down towards Mother Earth. Take a full breath in. Let a complete breath go. Inhale, lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look in between your hands. Exhale, step or float. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, long spine, reach all the way to standing Urdhva Hastasana, pinkies and ribs in. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Have your ribs touch your thighs, drop your head, let it hang heavy. Stretch your backs of your thighs back up towards your sit bones. Stretch your weight into your toes, but not so much that your heels lift up. Walk your hands straight behind your calves. You can use your arm strength to pull yourself in even deeper into this fold. Each inhale, send your breath to your thighs. So you could imagine your hamstrings expanding. Each exhale, allow yourself to surrender, sink deeper. And as you stretch your hamstrings more up to the sky, keep your rib to thigh connection. Exhale, surrender deeper. One more nice deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot way back, runner's lunge. Right knee should be right over your ankle. Engage your left thigh strongly up towards the sky. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure your heels stack over your toes. Move it forward until it hits. Focus your eyes on a stable point that does not move. This is your drishti. It will help you balance. Once you feel balanced, inhale, reach your arms up, crescent lunge. So square your hips, sink into your front knee. Take a deep breath in, lift your chest up. Exhale, sink deeper. Deep inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, come up out of the lunge a little bit. Exhale, spin your left heel down. Reach your arms front to back, warrior two. Engage your arm bones back. Sink deep into your front knee. Spiral your inner thighs backwards. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Reach as far forward as you can with your right hand. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up, triangle pose. You can rest your right hand on your shin, not your knee, inside of your foot, or for greatest challenge, outside by your pinky. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, spiral your heart open. Engage both legs very strongly. Root through your back leg. Feel that stretch all the way up through your side body. Push through your big toe mount. Deep inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, spiral your heart to the sky. Inhale, reach and stretch through your top hands. Exhale, open your chest. Ground down through your front big toe mount. Inhale, lift yourself up, extend it to Tadasana. Pivot your toes towards the side wall. Exhale, fold forward with wide legs. Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. If your head reaches the floor like mine just did, heel to your feet closer towards you. Send your heart space away from you. Exhale, fold back in even deeper. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Shift your weight into your toes a little bit. Spiral your inner thighs backwards. Push your butt back even more. Step your hands so they're underneath your elbows. You can use your arms to pull yourself in even deeper. Relax your head down, let it hang heavy. You can shake it yes, you can shake it no. As you actively work your thighs here. Stay committed to your full, deep Ujjayi breath. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pivot yourself to the front of the room. Take your right foot out wider for a wide lizard lunge. Toes slightly outward, knee in that same direction. Lower your left knee down. Option to stay up on your hands, or maybe you'd like to slide down to your forearms. Option to stay here, or maybe you'd like to pivot onto the knife edge of your right foot. Keep your right foot in a nice alignment. Maybe if you still want more, you could tuck your left toe, slide your left knee further back and relax it down. Allow yourself to fully relax in your upper body. Breathe deeply into the tightness of your hip flexor. If you slid down to your forearms, gently press yourself up. Ground down through your right foot. Look over your right shoulder to take a quick peek at your left foot. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand, thumb face upward to keep your shoulder joint open to grab your foot. If you can't grab your foot, I have an inkling that you probably are in a deep enough stretch already where you are, so you can stay there. If you do have your foot, you could go deeper into this by pulling your foot closer towards your bum. And if you still want more, you can even lower your left arm down to the floor. Pull your foot in deeper. Now lengthen your spine, lift your chest up wherever you are. Deep breath in. Exhale, open your heart to the sky. Deep inhale. Full exhale, feel the tightness of your quad. If you still want more, you can even push your left thigh deeper into your mat. Inhale. Exhale, open your chest. One more nice deep breath in. Exhale, gently release your foot if you have it. Bring your hands inside of your foot. Press yourself up if you can down to your forearm. Tuck your left toes to lift your left kneecap up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Send your right leg high. Exhale, right knee behind right wrist for king pigeon pose. Now if you have pain in your knee, lie on your back, come to a figure four instead. If you are dumping all of your weight into your right hip, lift your hip up, slide your block, your pillow underneath your hips so your hips can stay square. Tuck your left toes to help keep your hips square. And look behind your left shoulder, make sure that your hip, knee, and ankle are all coming one long channel together so there's no weird twists happening. Take a deep breath in, puff your chest up. Exhale, roll your shoulders back, pull your lower ribs in. Deep inhale, lift your heart up to the sky. Exhale, soften your face. Breathe in. Exhale, walk your arms forward, sweep your pigeon. Continue to flex your right toes back towards your right knee. Allow yourself to fully relax here, maybe on stacked fists, maybe on a block, maybe all the way down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Gently come up out of the pose. Exhale. Place your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your left toes to lift your left kneecap up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, scorpion. Stretch your right toes over to the left. Look underneath your left armpit to take a peek at your toes. Ground down through both palms as you're peeking. Stretch your leg. Open up your head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull your right knee in. Step it all the way forward. Runner's lunge. Shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale, half standing splits. Take your left leg high to the sky. Pull yourself in deeply here. Spiral your left inner thigh downwards, your right inner thigh upwards to square your hips better. If your right leg is straight, you can grab onto it with your right hand. If it's bent, keep your hands on the floor for more support. Kick and stretch your legs apart as you bow your head further towards your leg. Root your standing leg meters down into the bedrock. And if you have your foot with your hand, you can use your arms to pull yourself in even deeper. And breathe here deeply for 3 breaths. For 2. Last deep breath. Exhale, left foot meets right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, runner's lunge. Look over your right shoulder, make sure that your right heel is stacked right over your toes. Move it forward until it is. Engage your right thigh really strongly up to the sky, pull your low ribs in. Focus your eyes on the single point in front of you that doesn't move, your drishti, to help you find balance. Once you feel stable, inhale, rise, crescent lunge. And so square your hips, sink into your front knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, sink deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I'll come up out of the lunge. Exhale, warrior two, spin your back heel down. Reach your arms front to back. Widen your stance. Deepen the bend in your front knee. Gently rotate your thighs backwards here. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Reach as far forward as you can with your left hand. Exhale, triangle pose, left arm down. Inhale, right arm up. Option to have your left hand onto your left shin, not your knee. Inside of your foot, or for greatest reach, outside of your feet. So inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, span your heart open to the sky. Reach through your back foot. Engage that back thigh and feel that side body stretch all the way up through your right side ribs. And reach through your front foot as well. You feel your legs stretch apart. So you inhale, find more length in your spine. Exhale, spiral your heart open towards the sky. Inhale, reach and stretch through your top hands. Exhale, root through your legs. Push through your big toe mound of your front foot. Inhale, rise, extend to Tadasana, pivot your toes towards the side wall. Exhale, open your chest up. Deep inhale, flip your thumbs up. Exhale, fold forward with wide legs, Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, if your head reaches the floor. Heel toe your feet closer. Exhale, fold yourself back in, this way your head won't reach the floor. Should you weight into your toes, but not so much that your heels lift up. Spiral your inner thighs backwards. Push your butt back even more. Walk your hands underneath your elbows so you can use your arms to pull yourself even deeper, just like you did on the first side. Let your head hang high. You can shake it, yes, shake it, no. To strongly work this posture. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk your fingertips to the front of the room. Take your left foot out wide, toes slightly out. Knee in the same direction for a wide lizard lunge. Lower your right knee down to your mat. Option to stay up onto your hands. Or maybe you'd like to lower down to your forearms. Maybe you'd like to pivot onto the knife edge of your left foot. Keep your foot aligned with your shin. If you still want more, you can tuck your right toes to slide your right knee further back. Relax your head down, relax your jaw. Breathe deeply into the tightness of your hip flexors. If you came down to your forearms, press yourself up. Ground down through your left foot. Look over your left shoulder to peek at your right heel. Bend your right knee. Reach back with your left hand, thumb face upwards to keep your shoulder joint open to grab your foot. If you cannot grab your foot, I am sure that you're probably in a deep enough step for every walk. If you do have your foot and you want to go deeper, you can perhaps push your foot closer towards your butt. If you still want more, you can even slide yourself down to your forearm. Wherever you are, lengthen your spine as you inhale. Exhale, open your chest up to the sky. Push your foot closer towards your butt. Deep breath in as you lengthen. If you still want more, you can exhale to push your right thigh deeper into your mat. Spine and heart as you breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Just one more nice deep breath here. Exhale, gently release your foot. If you came down to your forearm, press back up to your hands. Tuck your right toes to lift your right kneecap up. Inhale, three-legged dog, send your left leg high. Exhale, left knee behind left wrist, king pigeon side two. Now our bodies are not always even, so if you have pain on this knee, lay on your back in a figure four. If you're dumping your weight onto one hip, slide your block underneath your left glute to keep your hips nice and level. Let your left toes back towards your knee. Look over your right shoulder, make sure that your right hip, knee, and ankle are all in perfect alignment. Recommend tucking your back toes to keep your hips square. Place your hands by your hips. Take a deep breath in, puff your chest up like a pigeon. Exhale, open your shoulders down and back. Deep inhale, lift your heart to the sky. Exhale, pull your low ribs in. Breathe in. Exhale, walk your arms forward, sleep your pigeon. You rest on your forearms. Your block, fist stacked. Maybe some of us all the way down to your floor. Breathe in and out through your nostrils deeply here. So allow yourself to surrender. Inhale, lengthen your spine. So gently walk your hands towards your hips. Place your hands ground down through your palms. Tuck your right toes to lift your right kneecap up. Inhale, three-legged dog, shake your left leg out. So scorpion, point your left toes towards the right side. Leg underneath your right armpit. Take a peek at your toes. So you reach and stretch your leg further. Ground down evenly through both palms. Take a deep inhale. Let it go. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, hug your left knee in tight to your chest. Zip it all the way through runner's lunge. Inhale, half standing splits, bow down to your legs. Exhale. Square your hips, so spiral your right inner thigh down, right upper thigh up. Pull yourself in even deeper, forehead towards your knee. If your left leg is straight, you could reach with your left hand to grab your ankle. If your knee's bent, keep both hands on the floor for support. You can stretch your heel more towards the sky so you separate your legs even further apart. If you're holding on to your ankle with your foot, you could use your arm to pull yourself in deeper. We'll breathe for 3. For 2. For 1. Exhale, right foot meets left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, take your vinyasa. Meet me to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Lower your left knee down. Inhale, straight on your right leg. Pivot onto the heel of your right foot. Flex your toes back towards your face. Draw your right hip back towards your left so you square your hips. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forehead towards knee, or chin towards shin for half Hanumanasana, half splits. Breathe deeply into the tightness of your hamstring and your calf. Each inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, find more depth. Inhale, halfway lift. If you would like to stay here and continue to breathe into your tightness. If you'd like to come into full splits, we'll go into this slowly. Begin to slide your right heel towards the top corner of your mat. And tucking your left toes to keep yourself lifted. Now, if you're new to the splits, you might want to slide a block underneath your bum. And you could start at the highest layer of the block. Then if you feel like you have settled in, you could lower another layer down, another layer down. So you find a layer that suits your body. I recommend breathing in each layer to your fullest and on and wherever you need to stop. Discomfort is okay, but pain is not. Engage your right thigh really strongly. The strong engagement of your thighs back towards your hip sockets will keep yourself from overstretching. And perhaps you can begin to slide yourself in even deeper into a full split. Lift your chest up, continue to engage your thighs back towards your hip socket. Breathe here as you flex your toes back towards your face. Now maybe you stay here with your hands on the floor and you breathe at the height of your posture. Or maybe you can reach your arms up to the sky. Breathe deeply here. Wherever you are, wherever you end up, take 5 to 10 deep breaths at the height of your posture. To come out, you'll pivot yourself away from your front leg, back to your wide-legged forward fold. Take an exhale breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your fingertips back to the front of your mat, runner's lunge, frame your front foot. Step back, plank pose, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, hug your left knee into your chest, but all the way forward, runner's lunge. Lower your right knee down. Straighten your left leg. Pivot onto the heel of your front foot. Flex your toes back towards your face. Draw your left hip back towards your right, so we work towards squared hips. Take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Find more lift, more space. Exhale, fold in. Continue to breathe deeply into the tightness of your left hamstring and calf. Inhale, halfway lift. Now you have the option to stay here. Or for side two, you begin to slide your left heel out towards the top left corner of your mat. You tuck your right toes to keep your hips squared. Engage both thighs strongly back towards your hip sockets to help prevent yourself from overstretching. Now maybe your hips reach the floor, maybe you need to slide a block underneath your hips. You can always slide at the highest layer and begin to work your way down. And maybe you stay in a layer for several months, several years, several times. And then you can lower down, and maybe you lower down in this moment right now. Once you've found your height, your limit, take 5 to 10 deep breaths. Maybe you can remove the block so your hips reach the floor. Engage your thighs strongly, keep them very active. Now maybe you stay with your hands next to your hips, or maybe you can reach your arms up for full Hanumanasana splits. And breathe deeply at the height of your posture for 5 to 10 deep breaths. Exit strategy, roll away from your front standing leg to wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your fingertips to the front of the room, frame your front knee, runner's lunge. Inhale, step back, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto your heels, bend your knees. Exhale, step or float, forward fold, Vinyasa. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend your knees, grab a seat. Take your heels so they're about the width of your mat. Reach from the insides of your legs to grab your calves, ankles, or your feet. And you'll playfully roll back to Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Keep your sacrum and shoulders on the floor, so if you can't reach for your feet, grab your calves or your ankles instead. Pull your shoulder blades down towards the mat and allow this to deepen your hip hinge. Breathe deeply here, and you can make it playful. It's a happy baby. You can rock side to side. You can make happy baby noises. Gently plant your feet down onto your mat. Bring your heels close enough so that you can raise them with your fingertips. Press through your heels. Lift your hips up to the sky. Squeeze your glutes. Scoot and wiggle your shoulder blades underneath you. Clasp your hands in a bind. Inhale, puff your chest more towards your chin. Let your belly expand with air. So squeeze your glutes. Squeeze your side ribs in. Take 5 deep breaths here at the height of your back bend. Stretch out your belly. So scoot and wiggle your shoulder blades back up from underneath you. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, peel your spine down to your mat. With a neutral spine, take a deep breath in. Let a full breath go. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees to your chest, Hanumanasana, knees to chest pose. Curl your chin in towards your knees. Give yourself a big hug, send yourself lots of love. Squeeze every muscle in your body tight. Exhale, release for your final Shavasana. Extend your legs long to the outer edges of your mat. Lift your palms face up by your hips. Take any scoots or wiggles out here that you need to help you settle into a comfortable space. For just a couple moments of your day, allow your body and your mind to be equally as still. Rest and receive. Deep breath in. Let a full breath go. Inhale prana, life force and energy into your body. Exhale, full surrender. Continue to deepen your breath as you begin to welcome gentle movements into your body. Look at your fingertips, your toes, Roll out your ankles, your wrists. Rock your head from side to side. You bring your heels together, point your toes, reach your arms up overhead, lengthen, maybe even arch your spine if that feels nice, right to you. Gently roll onto your favorite side. Use your bottom arm's bicep as a pillow. Rest here for just a moment longer in your own stillness. Gently press yourself up to a seated posture. Eyes still closed or softened to keep your energy in just for you. Seated Sukhasana, easy seat, ankles crossed under knees or shins. Place your palms to your heart center. Take a deep breath in, lift your heart space up into your hands. Exhale, press your hands into your heart. Take a full breath in. Let a complete breath go. Inhale. Exhale, bow your chin to your chest. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Understand that you are so unique. No one but you fully knows your entire life story. Just like you don't know anyone else's entire life story. So to have more compassion for ourselves and for others. Nice work today, yogis. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and have some fun practicing these splits wherever you are. It took me about a year to get into the full splits. It took my teacher 8 years. So enjoy the journey wherever you are. Hi yogis, I hope you enjoyed today's yoga class. This was a highly requested class by my followers on Instagram. If you're new to me and you'd like to stay connected on Instagram, you can follow me at Coach Maddie Jones. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and go ahead and smash that like button. Thank you guys and have a beautiful rest of your day. Mwah.